We just entered the first full week of 2026 on a hot streak. Yes, it's because of the fourth quarter and holiday rush. All the leftovers they could have moved did go into this year, but will it continue? If you take a look at these hot market maps with these flatbeds, these dry vans, and these refrigerated trailers, the hot market maps are absolutely on fire right now. So today I want to go over all the hottest markets for the dry vans, the flatbeds, and the reefer trailers to make sure you guys are sending your trucks to the hottest areas to get the most money for every single load you book. The dry vans are absolutely cooking right now. Check this out, $2.38 national average per mile. Remember, this is a national average. This is not what everybody makes. This is pretty low. A lot of people are making a lot more than this. The long hauls messed this up, dropped the average down, but this is really good. At $2.38, this is actually profitable margins for dry vans that they can be making with these type of rates. So hopefully this is not just leftover freight from last year. Hopefully this continues going weeks and months and hopefully this whole year forward and we actually start making some money. So now let's get into the hottest markets for the dry vans. We're gonna start off in the Midwest. We're gonna go over as many markets as we can. We're gonna start off with Columbus, Ohio. Almost 6,700 loads posted. Remember, just because it says load posted does not mean anything. I always say cut that number in half to keep it safe and then look at the truck count. So the truck count posted is 385, so I would double it. Still a super good market. Columbus has been hot for a while. It's been a trustworthy place to go to with your dry van. As long as you're open to going wherever, you're gonna get some good freight out of there. So they're still cooking. Columbus, we're gonna talk about first. With just over 7,700 loads posted today, Cleveland, Ohio dry van market's looking super good. It's finally starting to beat Columbus out. I'd feel super comfortable sending my dry van to Cleveland, and I know I'd get a decent load out of there, no problem whatsoever. Since we're in the Midwest, we got to bring up Chicago, the North and South market, about 16,000 loads posted, but there is a lot of competition, a lot of trucks posted. Usually because of that, I wouldn't let it make the hot market maps, but that is a lot of loads. People are getting a lot of good dry van freight and rates out of Chicago, so I have to bring them up because that's some crazy volume pumping out of Chicago right now. Grand Rapids, Michigan dry van market jumps in there too, over 5,000 loads posted, a little bit over 500 trucks posted. Still a super good ratio, so you got to look it up. If I was you guys, if you're going to look at a market you want to go into it, I'll still look at DAT, search the loads for the next day, see what the rates are looking for. I try to do that for as many markets as possible, but I can't get to every single one of them. But the volumes in Grand Rapids look pretty good. Then really quick, going over the East Coast here, you got Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 4,600 loads posted, only 239 trucks. Then you even got Harrisburg market, 5,700 loads. I mean, dude, Scranton, PA's jumping into this, 4,600 loads. And obviously, northern New Jersey's been hot for the longest time. Look at that, over 10,300 loads posted, only 392 trucks. And looks like Philadelphia as well, 4,200 loads. So if you see the East Coast here, these are really good ratios. I feel very confident having a dry van out there as well. Then jumping into Texas right here, you got Fort Worth, over 5,200 loads, 151 trucks, not bad at all. Dallas, almost 11,000 loads posted, 347 on the trucks. And the Houston, Texas dry van market, almost 9,500 loads, 378 trucks. A lot of people are saying the rates ain't the best out of Dallas area, but I can tell you right now with these kind of ratios, if you just try, you book, you wait, you call, you try to negotiate, with these numbers, you better be getting a decent paying load out of there for sure. Then we're going to finish up in the South. We definitely got to check out Atlanta. Atlanta's absolutely smoking, almost 8,500 loads, 721 trucks. That's not that many trucks compared to the loads. And then the last market for the dry vans we're going to do is Charlotte, North Carolina, because this one you're looking at over here, 47.95 on the loads, 434 on the trucks. I would feel comfortable in either Atlanta or Charlotte with a dry van for sure to get a good rate out of there right now. Now, let's jump into the flatbeds really quick, see what's going on over there. I kind of just want to leave the map open, just kind of fly through these since like I don't do flatbeds, I do dry vans, but I still want to let you guys know what's going on. Little Rock, Arkansas market, 7,400 loads, 24 trucks. You're definitely getting a good load out of there. Dallas, I wouldn't trust it that much, 3,300 loads, 74 trucks. That definitely could be way hotter market. Houston, Texas, 6,200 loads, 182 trucks. I think you're going to be better off there. Shreveport, Louisiana, over 5,200 loads, 28 trucks. Jackson, Mississippi, not bad, 4,715 trucks. Memphis, always a good spot, 4,300 loads, 43 trucks. Huntsville, Alabama, over 5,000 loads, 18 trucks. I'm pretty sure you're going to be getting good load out of there with your flatbed. Birmingham, Alabama, 3,924 trucks. Not too bad. Montgomery, over 5,000 loads, 40 trucks. I definitely would feel safe there. Atlanta, not as crazy. I wouldn't get too excited about that one. And then let's just check out Charlotte since we're over here. Nothing too crazy either for the flatbeds. So you see which ones are hot down south. Now let's move on to the Midwest. Now here's the Midwest for the flatbeds. I know Ohio, it doesn't show red hot, but I did some searches on loads, and the Columbus area is actually paying really good money out of there. The numbers don't show it, but it's showing 1,759 loads, 60 trucks. Cleveland area, 3,700 loads, almost 3,800 with 64 trucks. Fort Wayne, Indiana, nothing crazy, 1,100 loads, 33 trucks. Wouldn't get too excited about that. Indianapolis, Indiana is looking pretty good, 2,800 loads, 42 trucks. Chicago, showing a lot of loads, not a lot of trucks, 2,500 loads, 186 trucks for the north, and the south, 1,261 and 92. So definitely the money for the flatbeds is definitely down south. Since we're here, let's just check out Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh's looking at almost 3,000 loads and 55 trucks. And then northern New Jersey really quick as well. Might as well take care of that. Get the East Coast down. 1,777 loads and 45 trucks. Again, you see the big differences between the Midwest and the South. The South has been absolutely smoking hot for the flatbeds. I keep on telling people stay down south when you need to bounce back, but I always come back down because that's where you're going to be getting the money with the flatbeds for sure. The national average per mile for the flatbeds is at $2.59. It's still not that bad, you know, but it is a lot of work, tarping, strapping, doing all that crazy stuff. So it's crazy that it's at $2.59 and the dry vans are already at $2.38 a mile. The dry vans are catching up to the flatbeds pretty quick. Absolutely wild. I still can't believe it, but that is your national average for the flatbeds. Let's get into the reefers, man. Look at that, $2.88 national average for the reefers. Absolutely crazy. They came out of nowhere, started beating the flatbeds the last few months towards the end of 2025, and they've been on a hot streak. The refrigerated trailers are absolutely killing it. That's a really good national average. That means you're probably getting $3.25, $3.50, $4 even, depending on what kind of markets you're running. So it's super good news for everybody in the reefers. Seems like you guys are making all the money right now. Reefers are not my area of expertise, but here's the hot market map. You see it looks pretty good. We're going to try to go over some areas, but please, especially with the reefers, do your own research, search DAT if you want to go to a market, see what kind of rates that market is offering before heading into that one. There's no point jumping to the Pacific Northwest. There's nothing going on there. Christmas tree season's over, so let's jump into California. Central California, dude, not good at all. 1,626 loads, 143 trucks. That's supposed to be like the best area for California for the refrigerated trailers. Wouldn't be too excited about these numbers. I mean, it is showing red. That is a big area. I would not trust it right now that much. LA showing almost 3,500 loads, 106 trucks, so you're better off in Los Angeles. And the Ontario market is showing 2,600 loads and 106 trucks. I mean, if somebody gets desperate, you still might get a good rate out of there since there's not that many trucks and a decent amount of loads. And see what's going on with Phoenix. Phoenix not looking bad. 3,753 on the loads, 134 trucks. And Tucson over 3,000 loads and 56 trucks. So not that bad for that area. Let's jump into Texas right now. All right, we got Texas right now. Let's see what's going on over here. Fort Worth, Texas, 2,900 loads, 50 trucks. Dallas, Texas, 6,300 loads, 104 trucks. And Houston, Texas, 4,500 loads and 100 trucks. Let's see what's going on. Laredo, 2,000 loads, 82 trucks. And we got McAllen with over 6,000 loads and 110 trucks. I'm pretty sure McAllen's going to be the hottest area down there for Texas. Let's do a quick bounce around, see what other areas are good for the reefers here. We got Appleton, Wisconsin, 2,400 loads, 54 trucks. I'm pretty sure you get a load, but it's not nothing appetizing. Milwaukee, 2,600 loads, 136 trucks. Chicago North, 4,500 loads, 400 trucks. I feel better there. Chicago South, almost 3,000 loads, 270 trucks. Indianapolis, over 3,000 loads and 100 trucks. Grand Rapids, Michigan, 2,100 loads and 98 trucks. Columbus, Ohio, 2,684 loads, 108 trucks. I don't think those are bad areas. And then we got Northern New Jersey, 4,600 loads, man, 176 trucks, not bad. Philadelphia, same thing, over 4,500 loads, not that many trucks, 100. Central PA, 2,597. Let's see what Atlanta and Charlotte's doing. Atlanta's looking pretty nice. Over 5,500 loads, 225 trucks. And Charlotte, North Carolina, 2,400 loads and 122 trucks. And that's going to wrap up the reefer hot market map. That's going to wrap up the hot market update. A lot of big stuff coming in 2026. Make sure you guys go to bobbylowe's.com, sign up for the weekly newsletter where I send the hot markets to you guys. About to wrap up a deal with DAT. We're in the final stages of wrapping it up. That's going to be huge. Going to give people some discounts on a hot market map so that way you guys can use this yourselves and check your markets. Obviously, loadhunter.io. Go check them out. Bobby Loads, the promo code to get 30% off 3 months, 14-day free trial. with no credit card needed. That's a load board extension for Truck Stop and DAT. Makes it super good, faster, checking brokers, credit score, everything. It's super amazing. And a couple more sponsorship deals are on the way. So a lot of big stuff happening here. Appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.